Hey everyone, for all you fans of Nicholas Alexander Benson out there, we have got a special one for you today. We're going to take a look inside a single, jam-packed day of his creative output, pulling everything directly from his own logs. So let's pull back the curtain and see just how this creative mosaic comes together.
And we're going to start right here with this quote, which actually comes from a song Nicholas created on this very day. It's the perfect theme for our explainer, because as you're about to see, his creative process is all about bringing together these different fragments, dreams, random ideas, even AI, and turning them into one cohesive, fascinating whole.
So where does a day of creation like this even begin? Well, it's not at a desk. Nope, it's in the subconscious. Nicholas kicks off his day by tapping directly into his dreams, specifically a lucid dream. Now, for anyone who's not familiar, a lucid dream is basically one where you know you're dreaming. But Nicholas doesn't just wait around for them to happen. According to his log, he actually induced this one through sleep paralysis, using it as a deliberate launchpad for his creative day.
And this is who he meets in that dream. This is Johnson, a recurring character who is, a humanoid goldfish in an astronaut suit but without the helmet. He's a familiar face in a long-running dream world that takes place in this fantastical elven village.
Johnson isn't just there for a cool visual, though. He's thinking about a core concept from Nicholas's world, the second brain. Nicholas describes it as being made of lucid light, this sparkling, reality-bending energy. So this isn't just a brain, it's a sentient being that can travel the storyverse, which is his term for the multiverse of all possible stories.
And this, right here, is where the dream provides the real creative fuel. It's not just imagery, it's plot. Johnson is worried about this powerful new entity, and he poses this wild, philosophical question. If a zombie ate this cosmic brain, would it become a god? I mean, talk about a high-stakes story prompt.
Okay, so he has this incredible, complex dream, but an idea from your subconscious is fleeting, right? The really crucial step is what he does next, translating that vision into tangible art before it just vanishes.
And here's the first result. He makes what he calls a highlight comic. It's a daily practice he uses to capture these moments. You can see the key beats right here. Johnson's question, the confirmation that second brain is sentient, and that final kind of menacing question about the zombie god. The dream becomes a story.
But that highlight comic, as cool as it is, was really just the warm-up. The creative engine was just getting started, and his next project would pull its inspiration from a totally different place.
So for his next comic, Nicholas turned to a random power generator, and the results? Self-combustion and storm embodiment. From just those two simple prompts, he started building an entire narrative around these elemental beings. And here's the finished cover. He created and published a new comic called The Shadow of the Storm. And as he puts it, the story explores the idea that storms are the origin of fire, really personifying that deep elemental relationship.
A huge piece of this whole process is community. If you look on the left, you can see some tough feedback on an older comic, where another creator felt the story was missing something. But then, on the right, you see this awesome praise for the new comic from a creator Nicholas really admires. It just goes to show how vital that cycle of critique and validation really is for him.
So we've seen dreams and we've seen comics, but the mosaic of his day has another major piece, music. Nicholas also translates his thoughts and narratives into songs, creating, a literal soundtrack for his inner world.
Sound familiar? This is the hook from his dream tune of the day. He's taking the exact narrative from his lucid dream, the floating mind, the purple light, Johnson's zombie god theory, and he's weaving it directly into a song. It's the same story, just told in a totally new medium. But he didn't stop there. He created a second song called I'm in Pieces, and this one's theme gets to the very heart of how his creative mind actually works.
So the song's lyrics break his identity down into these distinct parts. He's the waking world artist, the guy physically using the AI tools, but he's also the nightly navigator, this godlike figure in his own dream world. Then you've got the second brain acting as his muse, delivering concepts, and even his AI programs are part of the team. He calls them his partners and posse. It's so clear he sees himself not as a lone creator, but as a full-on collaboration.
So, after a day of diving into dreams, building comics from random sparks, and composing songs about a fractured self, what does it all add up to? Let's bring all the pieces of this mosaic back together. Here are the highlights from his own log.
It starts with that foundational lucid dream, and while his day also included personal goals like walking miles for charity, the creative output was just incredible. A brand new comic published and an incredibly self-reflective new song. Just a stunningly productive and varied day.
And we'll end with this final powerful line from I'm in Pieces. It perfectly captures his philosophy. This fragmented, multifaceted approach isn't a flaw at all. For him, each separate shard, the dreamer, the artist, the AI collaborator, is the very key to his best work.
Which leaves us with a fascinating question to chew on. In this new landscape of creativity, where dreams provide the plot, AI helps execute the vision, and the artist directs it all, who or what is really the author? Definitely something to think about.